Hi. Wow. Well, welcome to my channel, One New Word with Neo, or Jen, whichever one you know me as. Today is Monday. It's like 12 something. I'm so excited, and I'm also very nervous to deliver what I have to deliver to you guys, and to myself. To keep a level of transparency, if you've been subscribed to my channel, I started my YouTube almost a year ago, and it's been a couple months since I've actually dropped something. So, you know, things are a bit different now. If you can tell, I'm in a new space. Like posting from a new space. My surroundings aren't the same. I'm not the same. And hopefully since a year ago, you aren't either. I'm super pumped actually, because normally when I do a video, I feel like I have to like be all done up, right? Like when we go on social media, we feel like we have to be like, I have to look a certain way, I have to act a certain way, I have to blah, blah, blah. Like, so my videos last year, as much as I was delivering myself and my trueness and my authenticity and what God was telling me to give you, I was like, okay, well, I gotta make sure my makeup is done first. I gotta have lashes. I gotta have my good wig on. I gotta da 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 da. Like, I was just, you know, that's what I wanted to deliver to you guys. And my YouTube is about rawness. It's one new word that God could give me to give you that you could possibly give to somebody else. I don't know what that word is going to be along the course of this video, but you'll hear something that will stay with you or resonate. At least I hope so. So I do want to start a bit differently. I just want to tie my bows a little bit. You can see them in front of me. I'm really grounded today. And it seems like the sun has found me. I found a little shaded spot, but if I lean back, it's right here, which I love. So, you know, I just want to invite you to breathe with me before I give you a message today. And I'll be honest, I don't know what that message is. I got a couple of different things that it could be, but I just allow God to speak directly through me. And you know, I might have a couple of words, and I'll tell you exactly what those couple of words are before I delve in. But here we go. So if you're listening, just breathe in with me, breathe out with me. I am so abundant and prosperous. I am love, and I embody love. I choose peace, and peace chooses me. I am breaking the mold. Okay, so the words that I've been getting, honestly, lately have been around ego been around new birth, new beginnings, and breaking the mold. So I like to speak about myself, because honestly, I don't know where you are in your life. Only you know exactly where you are, right? Only you know the things that you've been going through. Just think about, because what's coming up for me is just the last year, right? So over the last year of your life, what have you been focusing on, or what has the universe and God been putting inside of you? Today there's a super moon eclipse, super new moon eclipse, and all these different things happening astrologically and all of that. But what's being told to me is, what is the universe putting inside of you, right? Because we always like to focus on, like, what are we giving to the world, or what is the world giving to us, right? One of the two. But truly, what are the seeds that the universe and God have been planting inside of you? Some of them you may not even be paying attention to. So I can say, for me, God has been telling me to speak for a long time. And I've held myself in captivity because of the type of lifestyle that I grew up in, the type of family that I had. They didn't allow me to speak. When I wanted to speak, I was told to shut up, or I was told that what I felt didn't make sense, or I was being dramatic, or whatever the case may be, right? I was in my I was told to shut my throat chakra. For some people, it may be regarding your root chakra and your stability. For some people, it may be regarding your crown chakra and your third eye, and regarding to your vision and the things that you are wanting to see and be in pursuit of, right? I know that it can be difficult to come from a background that hinders any of your chakras. And honestly, everybody should be able to relate to something along those lines, because not everybody's chakra is aligned. Chakras are aligned. If they were, well, we wouldn't all have things to heal from or heal through, right? And you can have a balanced chakra. You can have chakras that are out of balance, and they can be over or under. If your throat chakra, right, for instance, this is your throat chakra, this is me speaking. If it's overactive, you're talking all the time, or talking over people, or very loud and rambunctious, and you don't have any control over your words, or what it is that you want to say or communicate, right? That's an example of how your throat chakra can be overactive. But underactive is you're in rooms where you want to say something, but it feels like you're choked up, right? It feels like you can't say exactly what it is that you want to communicate. It feels like you tend to hide, or people say that you're shy and you're not. So that's an example. That's a really good example of how a throat chakra can be overactive or underactive. A balanced throat chakra would be, you know when you need to speak. You know exactly what you want to communicate, and you do so with very much ease. So I would recommend to you to pay attention to what things have you been using too much or too little within yourself, and what has the universe been putting in you that you really need to focus on. I've been told to speak, and I started speaking almost a year ago. I was speaking for the last 2 years, and then I don't know what changed. I just stopped. I think I got nervous, or I didn't know how to allow myself to truly be myself. I was really, to keep a level of transparency, I feel like I was afraid to be seen by the world. Like, so for instance, like right now, actually I think that's the truth. I was afraid to be seen by the world. So right now I have an issue with my right knee. I have this chart that tells me different physical associations with the body and what they actually mean mentally and spiritually and things like that. So my knee is messed up right now. And your knee is in regards to your ego. I'm sorry, I keep looking over. It's a hornet over there. Listen, we outside. It's the springtime. I'm like, whew. All right. Oh, it made its way over here. Okay, big buddy. All right. It's okay. That's just God testing me. That's all. That's it. I'm just going to keep talking to you guys. But my reality is my knee is messed up. That's in association with your ego. And it's in association with having a stubborn ego, to be specific. So my ego has been telling me, hey, you have a fear of being seen by other people. And honestly, you have a fear of being... Ooh, ooh, ooh. Y'all saw that? Big Bird came over here. You have a fear of being seen by yourself. And I did. Because I've been told that who I am should always change. And that's true. You know, who you are should always change. But when you're told that and that's beat into your head, as a child and while you're growing up, it doesn't feel productive. It doesn't feel like, well, who I am deserves to be seen by other people. So that's why I was like, you know what? I just started wearing my locks out like 3 days ago. So here you guys are. Welcome. Hey, they real cute. Anyway, I was like, you know, I was about to put my wig on for this video. And some spirit was like, don't do that. I was like, okay, you know, I could do a little lash. I could do a little makeup. Nah, don't do that. I was like, oh, okay, all right. So I decided to deliver my true self, and that's what I'm stepping into. And as difficult as that is, you got to choose your heart, right? I had a mentor tell me, being rich is hard and being broke is hard. Which one you want? Either way is going to be hard. So being your truest self is going to be difficult, and hiding behind a mask is going to be difficult. Which one are you going to reap the most benefits from? And I'm like, you know what? I want to give people the most authentic version of myself for myself, not for anybody else. I want to show people that I'm just a little, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a little from Atlanta. I like to do nerdy stuff. I memorize facts. I play my sound bowls. I sing to myself. You know, I like to look at flowers, and you know, I love animals. I don't know, just a bunch of different stuff. And I don't gotta be always cute to everybody because I'm cute to me. I heard in a song, they said I'm everybody type. And if I'm not, I'm my type. I'm God's type, and that's okay. And I hope you understand that about yourself as well. Like, when I first came out here to do this video, I kept seeing all these flowers around my yard. And this is the flower right here. Might be an ant and stuff on there, but this is the flower. So this is a tulip. They're all around the yard. And Spirit was like, look up what that is. Look up what that flower is. So I looked it up. It's a tulip. And I said, okay, I don't know how you want me to use this. But like I said, this channel is called One New Word. So this is just a word, you know, that I was given to give to you. So tulips, did you know that tulips are one of the very first flowers to bloom in the springtime? I also looked up the spiritual meaning, which I have for you right here. Tulips are the definition is forgiveness and rebirth and new beginnings, and to express a message to someone special. What I got for this message today is to forgive yourself. That I saw these all around, and for me it was for me to forgive myself, because yes, I can say, well, I gotta go and I gotta forgive so and so for what they did to me and for da 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 da. But no, like as much work as I can do in forgiving other people, I need to be able to do that for myself. And I can say I allowed myself in my adult life to be silenced by other people, based on past circumstances. When I talk about, it doesn't matter which religion you subscribe to. I consider myself a polyglot, a polymath. I pull from different spiritualities. I pull from different religions. I pull from different texts. I pull from different things. I find wisdom in everything. We are on this world to find wisdom in everything, right? So I consider myself a student of the world. I consider myself a student of spirituality, a student of God in general. So back to what I was saying. As much work as I can do to forgive other people, I would need to do it for myself. And if I'm looking in the past and I'm saying, well, I gotta go and forgive them because they did this to me, and I'm not here because they did this, and it stunted my growth, and it did this, and I'm blaming everybody else except taking ownership for where I am today. In the Bible, it says that a woman, when she looked back, God turned her to salt. If you continue to look back on things that are dead, you are not going to ever be alive again. You are going to be a walking zombie because you're paying attention to everything that is not in the now, in this moment, in your trueness. The future doesn't matter because that's a forward now. That was from the Power Now. I've been listening to that with my partner lately, and it's been such a blessing, and I'm only on like chapter 2 or 3. But that's a forward now. The past is a past now. You are in today. You are in this moment. You are in this time. So if you continue to live your life based on past circumstances, you are never going to live in the now, your trueness and your rawness and the most authentic version of yourself that you can be. Right? So these tulips, you need to, since they mean forgiveness, you should forgive yourself. And now is the perfect time. Forgiveness was all over my yard. These tulips were all over my yard. Forgiveness is in the now, in this moment. So forgive you. You did not stunt your growth. These people that were around you, that did whatever it is to you, they did not stunt your growth. All of these things had to happen in order for you to be and become exactly who you were supposed to be and become. If you didn't go through whatever you're thinking about right now, that somebody did to you or that you went through, or whatever that thing that's on your mind right now, if you didn't go through that, you would not be the person you are today. If you didn't go through that, you wouldn't be able to overcome whatever is about to come up in your life. So for instance, if I never allowed people to silence me, I would have never been able to allow wisdom to brew within me. Okay, the bird said I just went off. Y'all, I be listening to the nature. They just said I went off. Okay, I'm just saying. Like, I would have never been able to receive the wisdom. No, I would have been able to receive it, but I wouldn't have been able to allow it to brew within me. Right? So if you've seen my previous YouTube videos, you saw that I used to be in my old apartment. I would do my videos next to a grapevine, right? And when the grapes can come to fruition, but do you want to eat the grapes now, or do you want to allow them to ferment? And once they're fermented, that's wine, right? So I could receive all the wisdom that I wanted to, meaning I could eat the fruit all I want to. But if I, instead of just going and eating the fruit, I decided, hey, let me allow this to really become something. If I was never silenced and put into what do they put wine in a cellar? If I wasn't put in that cellar for that long, because at the time for me, I thought the cellar was jail. But God said, no, I'm putting you in a cellar. I'm allowing you to brew for a while so that you can truly understand exactly what I put you here for. I don't want you to just be, oh, you just out in the world and you just saying things and you ain't even really let that sit in your spirit yet. Right? So the things that happened to you did not happen to you. They happened for you. And so I just want to communicate with you that whatever you went through, or if there's something even that you're going through right now and you're like, bro, this hasn't happened yet. That hasn't happened yet because it isn't time for that yet, or it wasn't time for that yet. Now is your time for rebirth. right? So, like I said, with the tulip, they represent new beginnings, rebirth, right? So now is the time for the rebirth. Now is the time for your bloom, right? So you need to allow yourself to bloom. Allow yourself to become who it is that you deserve to be. There are things that you've been hiding from yourself. There are gifts inside of you that you stopped using. And even the part where it says tulips mean to express a message to someone special. You are that someone special. I am that someone special. There is a gift that you haven't been using, that you stopped doing, that you were so passionate about, that you felt God in every single time that you did it. You felt freedom. You felt peace. But you stopped doing it because life got to this, or someone said this, or whatever the circumstance was, whatever. I had a mentor tell me that the key to success is never stopping. Because once you stop, you gotta start again. And you know how much it takes to start again, to build the momentum to start again, and to do something new again. So whatever it is that you stop doing, I encourage you to start doing it now. And not even start doing it, launch into it. There's a difference between starting and launching, right? Yesterday I was going over my YouTube videos and I was like, man, why did I ever stop? And I didn't know. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna commit to doing one within 24 hours of me watching this video. And it's been 24 hours and 30 minutes. I ain't gonna hold you. But I'm launching into it. I didn't allow myself to sit back and just be like, okay, well, I could start when God tells me the message, or I could start when I get my hair did, or I could start when no, that's starting. That's, oh, let me place these things into let me, it takes a while to start, right? It takes some time to launch too. But if I'm let's see, I could start a race and I'm like this, it began, the race began, right? But if I'm launching into the race, I'm like, pew! Y'all know what I mean. You could start an engine, and that's the same as launching an engine in that circumstance, but it's the difference between starting a business and launching a business. You can start a business and you're not even in go mode for the first year. But if you launching a business, you in the field. You doing the groundwork, you running, right? At your own pace, but you're going. Do not sit by and be idle, twisting and, you know what I'm saying, like this, when you have the opportunity to move now. We are emotional beings, which means that we belong in motion. I'm sitting here and I'm looking over here because I moved this table to be able to sit my camera right here, and it's a caterpillar right here, I believe. Listen, it's a caterpillar or a maggot. I ain't gonna hold it. I don't know which one. It ain't pulled its head out, but I think it's a caterpillar. And what I'm hearing from that, honestly, is that you're not in your caterpillar phase no more. I'm not in my caterpillar phase anymore. Hey, my roommate just came out. But yeah, you're not in your caterpillar phase anymore. A lot of the time we spend so much time just sitting and being in a place where it feels comfortable. I can only assume this thing, but for caterpillars, when they go in their cocoon, after they get out of the cocoon and they break out of the mold, they don't go back in the cocoon. They don't go back in the mold and just sit there and be like, oh, it's comfy in here. Oh my God, I love it in here. I'm not gonna use my wings. I'm not gonna fly. Why would I do that? Come on, bro. You are a beautiful butterfly or moth, whichever one you want to use. I just seen that Godzilla versus Kong movie yesterday, so I'm thinking about moths too. But you have wings to fly, right? You have wings to soar into new heights, and they've already been given to you. It's a difference between being a caterpillar and being like, okay, I gotta walk through the trenches to get exactly where I want to go. But you are not in the trenches anymore. You are keeping yourself in the trenches. You are in a trench mindset. And you're in the trench mindset because you don't want to move out of where you are. A lot of times people don't get where they want to go because of the fear of what's next. They're too scared of what's next in their life. Like, oh, I don't know exactly where I'm going, so I'm just gonna stay right here. Come on, bro, let's go. Like I said, a caterpillar do not stay. I'm sorry, a butterfly does not stay in the cocoon after it's turned from caterpillar to butterfly or caterpillar to moth. That's not how that works. You have the ability to soar with the talents that God has given you, the things that God has made to and through and with you, right? So I'll just say for me, even for me, my pastor said to me, and I'm gonna wrap this video shortly. Y'all stuck with me for a long time if you're still here, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. But even for me, like, my pastor said, we can't be stuck in the past and where we were, because where you were isn't where you are now. You were moving like you were, like, if you've been in prison, you got out of prison 5 years ago, you still moving like inmate number 587. How does that work? You done got out of prison, you done got a crib, you done got a new job, but you're still in the mindset of a prisoner. There is movement that is already happening in this atmosphere. There is movement that is already occurring. When will you allow yourself to move with the flow and with the current that's already happening, or create your own flow? Choose your heart. Do you want it to be hard for you to get out of bed in the morning? Or do you want it to be hard for you to stop going so hard? And I'm gonna wrap it up with this one right here. There are blessings attached to your name. Literal blessings attached to your name. There are people whose blessings are attached to your name as well. And because you're not moving, and because you aren't creating your own flow, and because you're hindering yourself, those people can't be blessed. You can't be blessed to bless them. Everything that we do is the butterfly effect. Everything that we do has a ripple effect on it. So the moment that I push this video out into this world, it's gonna touch somebody. One person is gonna watch this video. Even if it is one person that watches this video, that one person, it'll impact their day in somehow, some way, because that's the type of world that we live in. We all affect one another. My story affects your story, affects somebody else's story, and all of those things. Somebody else affected me yesterday and made me go watch my own YouTube video, and I don't even know who that was. But I appreciate you, big bro. Thank you. Because I wouldn't be able to deliver the way that I'm delivering to you today without doing that, without that person. So be a blessing for yourself, not for other people. Be a blessing for yourself so that you can bless other people. We are all God's because God is within all of us. We all share a singular consciousness. So while you're looking at me, even though I can't see you right now, I'm seeing the God in you. And the God in you recognizes the God in me. And I recognize the God in you. So it doesn't matter what it is that you're going through, what your circumstance is. Allow for you to be a product of your own environment. Excuse me. Allow your environment to be a product of you instead of you being a product of your environment. You are crafted in certain environments, but you are not that. A diamond was created in a factory, but the diamond ain't the factory, baby. The diamond is the diamond. So I hope that this helped you recognize who you are. I hope that this helped you recognize the season that you're in. Or if not, that you pass this to somebody else and they might need a new word today. And I really just want to say, shout out to me from a year ago. Because me from a year ago inspired me today. So, alright, I love y'all. I'm gonna do a little, we can breathe one more time. In and out. Much love. Come back and subscribe, like and subscribe. Bye.